The Arctic just turned into a global battlefield, and this time the warning came straight from none other than US President Donald Trump. Speaking directly to the people of Greenland, Trump delivered a message that stunned capitals across Europe. He said Greenland is critical to America's national security. He said that the US needs it. And then came the line that changed everything, one way or the other. You're watching TimesXP. My name is Vidya3, and let's pause here because those words are now echoing across NATO. Greenland is not a random island, right? It sits at the heart of the Arctic. It controls the key air and sea routes. It is close to Russia. It watches China's Arctic ambitions, and the US already has a major military base over there. Trump is saying this now that is not enough for him. That's right. According to reports, Trump has asked the US Special Forces to quietly prepare options. Not for aid, not for partnership, but for a possible takeover. Now, this is unprecedented, right? Greenland is an autonomous territory. It belongs to Denmark. Denmark is a NATO ally, which means that if this happens, the US would be threatening a NATO partner. Inside Washington, alarm bells are ringing. Senior military officials are reportedly warning the White House that such a move can be illegal without Congress. Others fear that it could destroy America's credibility with its allies. Some are openly calling it reckless. But of course, Trump is Trump. He's unmoved. And now comes the offer here. Trump did not just threaten, he tempted. He spoke of prosperity, security, jobs, American protection. The message was clear here. Join the US and be richer, safer, and smarter. Now, to the Greenlanders, it sounds more like a pressure. To Denmark, it sounds like provocation. Copenhagen is very angry. Danish leaders have made it crystal clear that Greenland is not for sale. Greenland will decide its own future, and any US move would cross a red line here. European allies are closing ranks behind Denmark. NATO, already under strain, is now facing a shock that it never prepared for. The question is, why is Trump doing this now? Because Arctic is changing fast. Ice is melting, new shipping routes are opening, rare earth minerals are becoming accessible. Missile defense positions matter more than anything else. Trump sees Greenland as the ultimate strategic prize. A shield against Russia, a counter to China, basically a permanent American foothold in the Arctic. And here's the real danger. If the US pushes too far, it risks turning allies into adversaries. It risks breaking NATO from inside, and it risks turning the Arctic into the next global flashpoint. So, in the end, where does this leave the world? Greenlanders, they are angry and anxious. Denmark is defiant. Europe is alarmed. Washington is divided. And Trump, well, he is doubling down. The message is no longer subtle. Greenland is no longer just ice and snow. It is power. It is strategy, and it is now at the center of a confrontation nobody ever expected.